Hi there, Alan Denman, Barging Free, and today we've taken a group of friends on a magical mystery tour all the way from Kensal Rise to Perivale. And I have a question for everybody, and that is, we're on Secret London. We're looking at Secret London, the canals, things that most people don't know even exist. And I'm going to ask each person if anything special stood out to you. So perhaps if I just start with you, Bridgette.
Please do.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let's come down to Bridgette.
Yes.
And this is Bridgette, by the way.
Hello.
No, and Bridgette, so what do you think of the trip, and has anything stood out to you? Anything that you really noticed?
Well, I think it's been absolutely amazing because it's such a different world, and I think one of the things, apart from the general thing, is the fact that there is total silence, and I find that completely extraordinary. And seeing all these various things like the baby coots and stuff like that, and it's just all so calming. It's just a completely different way of, living, really. So I absolutely love it. I think it's that for me.
Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to move around. Can I do?
Yes, I just hold it just here, Alan.
This is Mandy now.
Hello.
Mandy, so
yes.
What have you seen today?
Well,
that's really
what I
stood
found
out to you?
amazing is the little coots are nesting now, and we've gone past at least, I'd say, 3 or 4 nests that have been built totally out of recycling rubbish from the canal. And it doesn't look bad or anything, it's just very urban and very London. And I really like that. They've got some bits of a McDonald's carton in there and a bit of plastic, and they're hanging on to it, and they've got their little babies in there. I think that's great, actually.
So these are recycling coots?
Yes, they really are. Well done to them.
Yeah. Right, okay, thank you.
Okay, there you go, Chrissy.
And
Hello.
over to Chrissy now. Hi there, Chrissy.
Hi.
So, you enjoying the trip?
It's been wonderful, as usual.
And what stood out to you?
The silence, but one thing is I can see the most wonderful dragonfly. He was huge. He must have been about nearly 5 inches long. Oh, I've never seen one of those in the middle of London before.
Yeah.
And he was just hovering around in the water.
Yeah.
And the flowers just over there, the most beautiful flowers on the edge of the bank. Yeah, it's just magical. Magical.
Thank you. That's lovely.
Thank you.
Oh, it's been our pleasure. So we're not far off from mooring up in Perivale, but let me go back inside now without jerking the camera too much.
So we say farewell.
Coming in here now.
You try to get what you need or love, or somebody to behave the way you want them to behave. But
Okay.
oh, what am I doing?
Okay, I'm going to interview you.
Okay.
So, this is lovely Debbie.
Hello.
Another one of our friends who's come with us today. So Debbie, what do you think, and what stood out to you on this cruise?
I think it's just beautiful, perfect day, lovely company, good food. And what really stood out, I think I like the moorhen nests. Because they're very creative, and they use they're like wombles. They recycle some of the rubbish that they find on the river. There was one who got like, I suppose it was a bicycle in a tube or something, and they'd sort of lined the nest with this in a tube, and that is what I've noticed. I think it's beautiful.
Wonderful.
So thank you for having me as a guest on your
Great
lovely
pleasure.
boat.
It's been a perfect day. And we come over to you, Hilary. So,
Okay.
if you hold that up just under your chin, that's fine. So, yes. So, Hilary, have you enjoyed yourself today?
I have. It's been heaven. It's been absolutely lovely. I love the boats. They're all different, but all fascinating. And the journey and the trip over the North Circular was just astounding. And company, food, everything has been lovely.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Is there one thing in particular that stood out above all else?
I suppose the North Circular, but everybody's going to say that, so I'm going to say the fishermen. I thought, when I saw them, I thought I'm going to say that's what I found interesting. It was
Okay.
interesting. Whether they caught anything or not, who knows, but I thought it was quite interesting.
Yeah. Well, just to say that we actually did stop on the aqueduct over the North Circular,
Yes.
and everybody got out, and we had a Kodak moment. It was a bit of fun while everything's
was.
racing about 60 miles an hour underneath us.
Yeah, it was fabulous.
Great. Thank you. We have another of our guests, a wonderful Trevor. And I want to ask you, Trevor, have you enjoyed yourself today?
Oh, it's been terrific. We had a beautiful day, great friends, good food.
And you know, we're talking about secret London
Yes.
seen through the eyes of the cars. Anything that stood out to you?
What is very touching is the moorhens nesting in rubbish. Their nests are made of plastic and paper, and but what I have noticed is the absence of cyclists above Alpleton.
Great, thank you.
But,
Well, you're not alone in talking about the moorhens, because other people have noticed that. So you can stand out a lot, and they're really great at recycling. So they're doing a great job on the canal as well.
I suppose so.
So thank you. And
Okay.
come over to the captain here herself.
Who's been left without sunglasses for the last half hour because her captain's mate was gabbing somewhere.
Yes, yes.
I'm
So,
just looking this way because I'm also steering the boat while being on
Okay.
camera.
so how's the trip been for you? Has it been a lovely trip?
I just love taking my friends out on my house. There's not many people can take people on a jaunt in their own house. I think that's one of the delights of having a boat, is being able to share that with other people and just seeing their delight. So that's been my delight today.
And has anything really stood out to you? Did you notice anything special? What was the sort of special moment of the trip?
Do you know, I think it's almost right now. We've been in London because of lockdown, central London, since November really. And I'm just sort of connecting with how beautiful it is out here as you start to get a little bit more into the countryside. And I think just appreciating I have a lifestyle where I can have both. So it's, yeah, just lovely as we're heading into Perivale quite literally, and suddenly it's nature and trees and silence, blessed silence.
Okay. And on that note, we'll just do a little pan